Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and it's time for a very overdue video considering, well, how long ago Dominaria came out, but I figured I'd give people some time to form some deck ideas and for some stuff to become popular and for people to, basically wake up and realize that certain cards are actually good, which is exactly what's happening. This is the price spike video, or as I like to call it, you might have some money in your trade binder video. I mean, this is one of my most popular series because it's basically just like the Antiques Roadshow. It's like, oh, that I got that card for $3. I've been sitting on it for a year. It's worth what? So first up, not a big surprise here, Legion's Landing. If you're currently sitting on this card, retail I think it's about $8 or $9, but I don't know. I'll go like TCG player eBay hybrid kind of. It's in the high 6s to 7s, and that's each. So if you got a set of 4, you got some pretty good money here. Well, right now, fast creature rush and like just non-tribal creature pseudo synergy is pretty much like really big in like every color. Or not every color, but a lot of different colors. I mean, like white-green flood Sisseys, you got mono-white vampire flood, you got semi-vampire soldier, like warriors, whatever, synergy, something trigger deck. I don't even remember what my friend called it. I mean, whatever it is, just dump out a bunch of crap. And the best way to do that while also getting mid-game ramp is Legion's Landing. Because as soon as you attack with 3, you flip it, and ta-da, you get an extra land that you didn't have to go get out of your deck. This card was absolutely brilliant, but keep in mind when when actually Ixalan came out, it was $2.75. I mean, people apparently didn't think this was that good of a card, because people are stupid. It was about $4.50 when Rick's rolled around, and like I said, it's about $7 right now, so definitely pick one up because I think it's gonna get worse. Next up, Treasure Map, and this one is a little bit surprising, but it is what it is. You look at it and you think, well, I guess that's cool, but it doesn't really do that much, but it just so happens to fit perfectly into a couple decks, and that's just all there is to it when it comes to a price spike. It's not just like, oh, there's some new great combo, it's just, no, this really does have to be in the deck to make the deck work. It's right on curve, it's exactly what it needs, and yeah. Right before Dominaria came out, this was about $3, and right now it's about $4 to $4.50, so it's going in some stuff quick, but I will say when when pre-orders were open, it was about $4.50, and then when Ixalan actually came out, it was like $1.75, and then very shortly after, people put it in some treasure decks like Marionette Master, hit $5, fell back down. So if you thought, oh well, it fell to about $2.50 by the release of Rivals. And then now it's all the way back up. So you could have made money twice on it, technically. But if you think you missed the bus the first time around and it went back down, well, sell it now. In fact, this one's going up so quickly, you can still find it for $2 on TCG Player, whereas like Card Kingdom has it for a flat $4.99. So yeah, just saying. Next up, not really what I would call a spike because it went down, but if you're looking at, buying this card to put it in a deck, just FYI, it's really low. We're talking Hostage Taker. Highest I saw this card was about 18 to 20, and that was right around release. Actually, shortly after, I think it was pre-ordering for like $3. Once again, because people are stupid. I mean, hello, you steal a card and then you can cast it. It's literally Spell Queller, but better. How the hell is that not an $18 card? Well, apparently now it's not an $18 card. I think it has to do with just nobody's playing black-blue that heavily. Might change a little bit with Dominaria, but I haven't seen anything yet because right before the release, it was like $3.50, and now it's like, well, $3.40. So, I mean, not really falling, but it's been on a downward slope pretty much ever since its release. I mean, I think Pirate Tribal never really took off. But it's still a damn good card, so if you want to put it in a deck, I mean, it's almost no damage and it's very situational, but it's still really good. Next up, and this one's my favorite, and I'll tell you why at the end, Settle the Wreckage. Two of my favorite cards of all time are Aetherize and Aetherspouts, and this is it, but in white and for cheaper. I knew this would take off. I was so confident that I was right about it taking off that I bought up, just a couple of these. I'm not going to say how many, but it was a lot. Unfortunately, about 12 of them are in my decks, but I still have enough to sell off, and I'm going to, because they're over $15. So, I mean, right around their announcement, people were like, yeah, $2, $3 card, whatever. It still costs $4. It's not like the end-all, be-all card. But then, duh, tribal, hello, creature heavy, duh. Did the single sellers really not see this coming? I mean, I pulled these and I just outright refused to sell them, too. a week maybe after the release, it hit about 550. And so it's been, people play it. It went down a little bit, whatever. Then it went a little bit back up, then down, and whatever. And right before Dominaria came out, it was 550. And I thought, yeah, it's appropriate, And now it's 15.50, $16 around that. You can still get them for, I think, about 10 a piece on eBay, actually. But I would fully expect them to still be around 15. I don't know why with the speed of creatures right now. I guess maybe not everybody's going all in rush like Suicide Blitz. They're going like mid speed, option rush. But this shuts them down, and this is huge in one of the top decks right now, which is Approach of the frickin' Second Frickin' Sun. At this point, it's so damn late in the cycle, I don't care if they ban it. What I do care about is if they fire the idiot who designed or approved this card. Likely Aaron Forsyth, FYI. He also let Coco through. Let's see. Oh, God, I can make a list. This could be a top 10 list of Aaron Forsyth's biggest screw-ups. But honestly, if he's been with the company this long, they're not going to fire him at this point. There is no accountability at Wizards of the Coast. But anyway, white is probably the number one color being played right now, and it's common to the most highest number of decks, I should say. And it's just, this is going through the roof because this card is just obscene. I mean, every time somebody plays it, it is just devastating. It instantly turns the game around, unless you somehow know what was there, like you saw it due to a scry, a reveal, whatever. But the biggest problem is the card that should have been banned a long time ago, Torrential Gearhulk, is bringing this out of the graveyard, so you get 8 Settle the Wreckages per game. Yay! So if you got some, either use them or sell them off. I mean, I would make a move on it pretty damn quick because Approach honestly is pretty likely to get banned. Next up, Rekindling Phoenix. It's a mythic from Rick's. It always was pretty expensive. I mean, it was probably around 10 to $20 right around the release of Rick's. So it kind of went up though. I mean, from late January to early March, it went all the way up to $32, and honestly, it's still around there. I mean, this site I'm looking at says $28, but yeah, that's about what it is. And, eBay and TCG Player, they might have it for 22, 23, 24, whatever. But, Card Kingdom's got it for 33. I mean, when they see an upward trend and people want it and they're selling out, raise the price. I mean, duh, I don't blame them. I do blame them, however, for that pro-feminist bullshit video, though. They can take that and shove it right up their ass. So if somehow you still have a copy of Rekindling Phoenix, I would sell it. Next up, this one's a little late to the party, but I'll include it because 1, it's in my latest deck, and 2, because of that I just found out what it costs. Holy crap, are these expensive. I'm talking about Jade Light Ranger, and this is the number 1 best Explore card in the entire game by far, because even in a non-Explore deck, this is an absolute tank. I mean, it's almost always a 4-3, and if you want it to be a 4-3, you just pop up something that isn't a land, which you have about a 2/3 shot at usually, and then just keep it there. You just leave it there, and then, explore again, look at me. And then you could toss it in the graveyard on the second cycle. Doesn't matter, it wasn't a land. And then if you do get a land, cool, it went to your hand. It's kind of mana ramp, but it's like armored mana ramp, because if you hit 1 land, you're probably not going to hit 2. I mean, that's like a 1 in 9 shot at that point, so 11% of the time you get burned by it. Otherwise, you're going to get like a 3/2 along with a mana. And I don't mean treasure use it once mana, I mean permanent mana. We're talking you're dropping a land into play, so this is nuts. And then, on top of it, this is also played in the counter-doubling deck with Verdant Gearhulk, Walking Ballista, and Winding Constrictor. Winding Constrictor, I don't think it's good enough to be banned, it's just good. I mean, you can stop it. I've seen people lose with it. It's very, tier 1.5, but it seems fair. It's fast, but if they don't go first, and you're playing a medium amount of control or something real clever creature-wise, some Death Touchers or something, you'll shut them down. I mean, whatever. But there are game starts with them going first where there is nothing you could have where you will lose. They're swinging for lethal on turn 4, and you just took your turn 3, and you might even have 1 creature on the field. So it's a good deck. So between that and all the other stuff this is one of the most powerful cards from Rivals. And now it's one of the most expensive. So yeah, it shot up from $4 to about $12 and just stayed there. So if somehow you missed that, or I don't know, somehow you picked it up in trade, opened it from a pack, I don't know, you're sitting on about $11 right now. And actually it is lately creeping up from $10 to $11. So back up to 11, I should say. Next up, Dire Fleet Daredevil. Now, people thought this was a good card. It was pre-ordering at like $8, but after the release of Rivals, it just kind of went down and tanked down to like sub $4. But somehow in March, somebody, I guess, put it in something, or I don't know. I mean, it does technically take advantage of what people are typically doing, which is like, I don't know, leaving like Settle the Wreckage and Negates and Glimmer and stuff in their graveyard so you can go grab it. I mean, I think that's hilarious. I saw this card and I'm like, okay, that's neat. Also, it's a 2/1 first striker. I mean, that's just good. Like, it's not great, but it's good. So very recently it hit about $8 and has been there ever since. So if you got a couple of them, you might be able to get some money for that. And I have saved the best for last. Vraska's Contempt. Holy crap. Pay 4 instant speed, which is nice. Exile target creature or planeswalker, you gain 2 life. So this is like 3 different ways of better than Hero's Downfall. Although I feel like that might have been 3 mana and I'm way too lazy to check. But anyway, instant speed, gain 2 life, creature or planeswalker. Damn. So this was pre-ordering at like $3 because people, once again, are incredibly stupid and lack any kind of foresight. About 5 seconds after its release, it hit $10. Seriously, all these people, all these single sellers who like copy each other, I'm convinced that it's just like one guy sitting there coming up with completely inaccurate prices, and then they all just see it and copy each other within a day, and they're like, we're experts, we know what we're doing, even though these prices are just completely manufactured fluff nonsense nothingness. I mean, they're based on nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, it's not like people are placing hundreds and hundreds of pre-orders so that you would know what to set the price at. It's just, oh, that card looks pretty good. Maybe that'll go in something. I don't know, $3. And then like 1 week after it comes out, oh, it's 10. Whoops. Yeah, it turns out exiling instead of destroying a creature or planeswalker while gaining life at instant speed is actually good, you guys. I don't know if you noticed that or not. But anyway, it was 10 for a while, and then right around like December, it started to kind of creep down. I don't know why. I mean, I don't recall people playing a whole lot of planeswalkers back then. Maybe that's what it was. And also, I don't know, we had what, like Fatal Push and stuff and Walk the Plank, so it's like, whatever. But then, yeah, as soon as Rix came out, I don't know what happened. I guess we got a bunch of planeswalkers or something, or just the deck meta shifted. I don't recall, but damn, this thing got up to $17 in a hurry. And right about now, it did fall. I mean, your peak you're looking at was around April 2nd, but well, it's still $14-ish right now. Like Card Kingdom's got it at 16, TCG's got it at 10.50. I think eBay's right in the middle. But hey, a $10 rare black instant, that's pretty damn good. So if you're sitting on one, I wouldn't really say get rid of it because it's not cycling, but I mean, if you really need the money, you need some trade credit, you know, you're sitting on a $10 bill basically, so might be able to make some use of it. Well, that's it for the regular cards, but there is one that I just had to point out because this is mind-blowing. So you might have heard of the card Soul Ring. It's been printed about 1 billion times. Cheapest one you can get it for is, well, $350 retail, probably a little bit lower in actuality. The Kaladesh Masterpiece version of this Soul Ring, I can't find it cheaper than $350, and its current going retail price is about $400. That means it is a higher price than any of BFZ's Expedition lands at the time that they came out. In fact, it's not even close. I think the highest one then was like $230. So if you're sitting on a Masterpiece Kaladesh Soul Ring, sell it, I guess. So that's it for your price update. Hopefully you guys are all excited, like, yay, I just made some money. Or you're like excitedly pausing the video to go grab your trade binder. In fact, when I saw some of these prices, I did that. That's why people love this series. So I'm going to keep it going. Every time there's a release, I'll wait like a week or two and then just be like, hey, what jackpots did y'all just win? So if you speculated on something and you made a little bit of money, or you bought up a couple of these, let us know down in the comment section because that's always fun. And I don't know if you want to ruin everybody's good vibes, but honestly, we could have a little pity party together. What did you accidentally sell off too early? I know I got rid of all my Teferi and Lyras for probably 18 apiece, and they're like 50 now. But overall, I think this is pretty good news for most people. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.